Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Chantele, and we are here to talk about Survivor Australia versus the World Week 1.
Oh my gosh, it is premiere week. This is so exciting. We've been waiting for this season. I can't wait to talk about it. But first, if you're new to this channel, please click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, please. Chantel, first off, how do you feel about the season? How do you feel about the way it's going?
Okay, there's so many heavy hitters that, I'm devastated, obviously.
Yes.
I didn't want anybody that has gone so far to go.
Right.
But, that's pretty fucking cool. Sorry, I swear, but, I don't know. I can't contain myself. It's pretty cool. People are playing. There's no time for anybody to, oh, we'll get them next round. It's like, nope, now you're out. It's just fast paced. It's gaming. We never actually know who is going to be going out. Which plan is sticking? What, who's going to get their way? Is it going to go, there's a lot of, intense, intrigue and excitement. It's going pretty well. I'm liking it. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, it is fast paced. We knew it was shorter. I forget, is it 16 days? It's something insane. It's only going to be 10 episodes. So, and we have power hitters, like you said, this is the best of the best from all over the world. And we already know Australia players are so good. So right there, it's no one's sitting back. There's no time to wait. Yeah, we've got to go. You want to make a move? Let's make a move. You want to be in charge? You need to step up and be in charge. And
well, and if you're going to be in charge, we're going to come for your head. We're not going to allow you to go and just run the tribe. It's just nobody's going to let you do that because everybody's a heavy hitter.
Yeah.
Fun. Very fun.
Oh, so good. So episode 1, I loved the intro, and they did release, first off, if you're not in Australia, literally just Google it. There's so many
it was not hard
versions.
To find.
Yeah, it's not hard to find.
And if you go on, Daily Motion is a channel that is kind of like YouTube, where it has a lot of people uploading seasons of different shows that are from around the world. This one is on there for sure, and it will probably be up there right after the episode airs. So an hour afterwards. So
yes, yeah. Daily Motion, even YouTube, just go search it. You'll find it. Antonio, thank you for staying up late. Happy birthday week to you. What a birthday gift to have this show. So that first, what was it, 9 minutes or whatever, was so dramatic and amazing. I loved it. Yes. Shawnee walking across a runway in front of the plane.
Luke coming out of a body bag.
I mean, I'm here for it. It was so dramatic, so good. Really built it up. And then we have, the cast there on the beach with Jonathan. And I'm like, yes.
Was there anybody from Australia, for instance, that you were hoping to see? Or obviously you knew what the cast was, but were there any holes, do you think, in their casting?
I mean, I don't know all of them. I haven't watched all of their seasons. Obviously, I know Shawnee and George. And I only know David from Dondi, which, hello, that's about to be a huge part of this episode. I watched Deal or No Deal for Parvati. I love Parvati. And so I got to know David. And so I really do enjoy David. So David, Shawnee, and George, I support. But of course, I also know that they are massive threats and you should get all of them out. But the rest of the Australians, I'm learning.
Right. Okay. So you need to do a little bit of a rewatch, lady. Luke has been like a superstar for sure. And
I heard he was on Traders Australia.
He was on. You haven't seen that either?
No.
Any season?
No. I haven't seen any of Australian Traders. No.
Australia season 1 is really good. Australia season 2, which is one that he was on.
Yeah.
It has the most satisfying ending out of any Trader season, but you had to do some work to get to that. There was some really frustrating weeks, we'll say, or episodes. So, but definitely worth the watch, especially if you know Luke from before. Luke is, I think he played 3 times before, and he's always been a fan favorite.
Yeah, I mean, To be honest, Haley is obviously she is my all-time favorite player, like across all America, Australia, all of it.
Imagine Haley and Parvati like playing on the same drive at some point.
I would lose my mind if I saw the two of them together. I wouldn't be able to handle it. And but I'm okay with Haley not being in it this season because it's so gigantic. I feel like she would just be targeted immediately and she'd be out. So I'm okay with her not being there, but she is absolutely my favorite.
She would be a fun person to be on there. Even, you don't know that about Nick Iadanza. He was like probably the first like kind of super gamer to play, I would say. There's definitely, they have a lot of room for a season 2. Like a lot of room for some players to come around and like that we'd want to see again. So I'm already advocating for season 2.
Absolutely. I agree. I mean, so speaking of, okay, we talked about Australia, but America, or I should say the world, has 3 Americans, which I do believe sets us up as a target immediately.
I agree, but it also gives them an opportunity to do well. I'm not sure how they should have done this, like because of the fact that like there's going to be so many Australians, not necessarily on the same season, but they've been in the same kind of discourse for a while. Like maybe at events they might not have played together, but they know who each other are. They understand a bit about the culture and how Australians play. So they have, I think, a huge advantage. It's on their, well, not their own soil, but they have their hosts, their style of gaming. So the fact that like it wasn't like another tribe of 7 Americans, another tribe of 7 something. Like I feel like they should have maybe done more groups of 7 of the same from the same country, and then maybe whittled it down. Like maybe there was like preliminary like challenges or something to whittle it down to a few smaller tribes that are mixed. But I do think it's kind of imbalance with having 7 Australians and then 3 Americans and then 4 other people from around the world.
I mean, it's Australia's show.
That's fair.
It's Australia versus the world. Like they can honestly, they can set it up however they want. But we covered South Africa one season, and no one from that season's on. I can't remember anyone's name, but I know I loved many people from that season. So I feel like there could have been more South African. Obviously, if you give us 3 U.S. and 1 from a bunch of other countries, you're just going to automatically target U.S. And I totally think that's fair because of that setup, even though I don't want America targeted. But, like, that's what I'd do if I was the lone person from Finland. Now, there's Quebec. Have you watched her? Do you know this one?
I think she's from season 2, which I have not watched. I watched half of season 1, and it was pretty good. But I am not fully versed in the Quebec version.
Okay. First off, I love her already. I mean, obviously I'm getting to know her, Finland, who else do we have?
Lisa from
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
She's like,
I've met. You've met. Didn't she? Yeah. You might have, but she was in Brea.
Wait, yes. We had dinner with her.
Yeah. No, I don't know if we had dinner with her. So Lisa was who she was hanging out with. Do you remember Sarah from Australia? She's a taller lady.
Yes.
Does recapping. So I believe that they're friends. They were like rooming together and stuff like that.
Yes.
Do we see them in the lobby? Hold on, I'm just trying to like bring you back. But
yes.
Lisa was in Brea with us.
I'm dead. Oh my
God. She could have, remember when we went to play the games in the park? I don't remember if she was there or not, but she might have been there or came at the end of that with Sarah. They walked, and I think we took an Uber. They walked to the next event. Okay, got it.
Yes, it is all. I had no clue that was her. But now I remember the Australian woman and the New Zealand woman, and I think Lisa left early.
Maybe,
so we didn't get to hang out with her the whole night, but I totally remember being around them now. Oh my gosh, that was Lisa?
Yeah, so you know Lisa, we're buds.
I loved Lisa from the start. She was so relatable to be like, oh my God, Cerie's here. I'm just gonna play with Suri. Like, I just want to play with
like,
Suri.
sorry, I don't know if it's good for my game or not. This is what I want to do.
I was like, yes, girl, you've already won. Like, just like go be a fangirl and have fun with Suri. I would 100% do the same thing.
100% do the same thing. It's
Loved that.
Like, want to get cut by Suri? Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Thinking I was her, ride or die, and then she cuts me. Happy to. Absolutely.
Like, I will do that for the fandom, my fandom.
Yeah. Love it. Love it. Yeah.
So that was a funny moment.
Lifting Tony into the well. Yeah. That was so cute. All right, so we're getting to know the tribes. We're getting to know the people. I will say, once we're back on the Australia side, and I learn that Shawnee wants revenge on George, I was like, sign me up.
I mean, I know you love. Well, I love to hate George.
I love to hate George.
And it's very satisfying to have, a target or somebody that you have beef with that you just want to get out, because it's so satisfying. But I really wanted them to get over it for just a little bit, just a teeny little bit. Just
I hear you. And technically, they did. They did for one vote.
One round,
but they just don't have the time. They just don't have the time. So, I knew you lean towards George. I lean towards Shawnee. But
well, no, I lean towards Shawnee, but I didn't want her to try to snipe him so quickly.
Well, I was nervous, but we'll get there. Okay, let's start with this first one. Aussies are gonna win immunity, as they should. It's their show. They should win that first immunity and send the world to tribal. And boy, do we get to know Rob from South Africa real quick.
So you've not watched his season, I'm assuming.
No, I missed that season.
Okay, I watched that season. I believe it was at the beginning of COVID it came on. And I was speaking on another channel called Reality Pop. And I've actually interviewed Rob Chantele. Well, it was like a kind of a group interview, but we recapped it. Yeah. I believe we recapped either episode or a season, his season. And we talked with him. And so I have been on a StreamYard call with Rob for like an hour. So
I love it. Well, tell us a bit about him, because he seems great, but like came on just so strong.
Well, he didn't really shift the way that he was going to play this season. We hear that complaint from Shawnee about how George is playing. Yeah. Rob, it's very similar. He was very dominant. He had people that would follow him, that would enact anything that he said. He definitely had that control, that Boston Rob type Redemption Island type control over the players. People didn't want to go against him. He was also really physically fit. He won a lot of stuff. And so, and I was rooting for him. Like, he definitely had me as a captivated audience that wanted him to succeed. So, and he made some cutthroat moves too, like snipping some allies and stuff like that. So he was a really strong strategic force his season, and very controlling. He was very controlling. He had command of his tribes, and he was trying to do that with people that are not like moldable or like that. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. He was playing with the wrongs. He thought he was playing with some newbies, and he was playing with people that have won before, that have played multiple times. He's only played once a long time ago. And yeah, he wasn't reading his cast.
Yeah, that's such a good point of like, you've got to adapt your game style. And I think Tony is such a great example of like, when he came back for Winners at War, he really did change up. He did seem a little more laid back and not like crazy.
Because he
crazy
flopped
Tony.
the first time he came back, right?
Right. True. So he learned that lesson, and like, that is a tough one. Can you change it up? Can you play differently? I mean, playing with newbies versus playing with these people who sometimes have played like 5 seasons, 3
exactly.
to, that's a lot of gameplay that you need to know how to manage. So I really liked him at first. Obviously he seemed strong and smart, and I kind of liked that Parvati was like, let me kind of see if I can get in with him. But once he turned it on her, I was like, what is he doing?
Well, I think the pace of it is why that's able to happen. And so that would
Yeah.
be my only gripe that I have with the season is it doesn't give enough time for like real relationships to develop. So this would be more like, yes, it'd be shocking, but it would be harder for him to do. He doesn't know Parvati. He's known her for 7 minutes. So like, yes, okay, we're gonna have an alliance, but like, okay, also I don't know you. I can turn my back on you in the next second. It's just like people don't have to be as loyal. So
Yeah.
like I really wish that they had played together and that he didn't go this route. And I totally understand him saying like, hey, we're the outsiders, let's just gang up and take out somebody weak or somebody I guess a woman because it was unbalanced male to female. I get that, but also I would have loved for him and Parvati to be working together, and I don't know who they would take it out instead because I want everybody to stay. But
Well, I think Tony is the obvious first person you take out. He has won twice.
that's true.
That alone. You know, if you look at the three Americans together, which I think is valid, unfortunately, you say, I have to take out an American, you just naturally should go to the two-time winner. Sorry. And Tony knows that. That's why he played like so laid back, and good on him. He obviously had, Rob feeling good about him because Tony's name never even came up. When they were like, let's go after the Americans, they were like, Parvati or Suri. Like, that's it.
Well, Rob is also somebody that's for the tribe's strength.
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
so I don't know how much he values other strengths. So I think the fact that there was 4 women on the tribe in total and only 3 men in total, I think that it was an easy argument for him to make to keep the tribe strong and to take out an American to make it a little bit less heavy on the American side.
Yeah.
I get why he wanted to choose an American female.
Yeah.
But no,
Well, he's going to turn it on Parvati. And I thought it was so funny when she's like slowly realizing it. She's like, it's me? It's me? It's me?
It's me. It's me.
And then, of course, she's going to go to work. She's going to, do what she does best, which is, I think, manage relationships and talk to people.
But what's crazy is that I don't know if it's just because I know her and her facial expressions,
Yeah.
but like the fact that Rob doesn't seem to pick up on the fact that she does not buy his bullshit anymore. Like, cause she's just like, so what? Like she's just completely like talking kind of like this, and like he's still buying it or whatever. I don't know. Maybe he's just not saying in confessionals what he's thinking there, but I thought that she was being very obvious that she didn't buy his bullshit anymore.
Yeah, I mean, to the edit, it looked like, okay, they're all walking around talking, and he's just by himself thinking he, like, already told everyone what to do. He seemed like no one else is doing anything. They're just listening to me, which obviously is going to backfire. He even says in Tribal, he's like, there's no heat on me. When she's like, you're trying to get the heat off you, and he's like, there's no heat on me. And I was like, oh, he doesn't even know.
No, which is wild. But because he has such command of his former season, he doesn't really know. Like, if he came back to play again, I would think that he'd probably do a lot better. Realizing that, yes, the style of game that he plays might be useful, but he has to learn how to adapt some elements of it.
Yeah. So we're going to get to the Tribal, and he is going to, like, go hard. As if I guess he was like just icing on the cake. He was like, by the way, Parvati knows David.
It's so rude. I like
it was so unnecessary.
Oh my god, she was so pissed, and she's like, okay, do I laugh it off? Like, I feel like you can see the wheels turning in there because she's like, I don't know how to play this off. Do I laugh it off? Do I just admit it? How much do I admit? Like, do I tell him about what do I do? What do I do? But I think what she did was pretty good. Like, she kind of laughed it off. She's like, I played with David on another game before, and she included that he stabbed her, like he cut her or stabbed her in the back or whatever. So they could be thinking that she wants revenge with him, Yeah. I thought that was smart.
Yeah, it sounds like Parvati did spoil the whole season of Deal or No Deal Island because they had to, like, cut around, and she was just like, he went back against me. Like, that was all we could get, obviously. Survivor cannot air Deal or No Deal spoilers. That's not their show. That's not their network. It's not even their country. So I thought that was hilarious. And then Lisa's like, who knew? Dondi spoilers. I thought that was hilarious. I genuinely went into this season being like, which one was filmed first? Like, I didn't know if they had already met on Deal or No Deal or if this is when they meet, right?
No, I knew that was this way, and I was like, ooh, is David going to be there to help Parvati win the money this time? That's what I was thinking, because I knew the order.
So, yeah, that's going to come up. And then, of course, that puts a huge target on Parvati and David, but that's not going to be a problem now. But to Rob's surprise, he's going to get all of the votes instead of Parvati.
Man, like... I mean, he had his pretty good sportsmanship, being like, "Hey, good game." Like he was shocked, shocked, and like I can see it. Like I would think that he would be more angry, but I think he realized how much he underestimated his opponents, and he took some humble pie.
Yeah. I didn't finish that season. Not gonna lie, that season bored me. Yeah.
You don't know what happened?
I know who won. But do you know
how much
he
they
really won? Yeah, I have heard that. But did he go against Parvati at all?
I can't remember how it actually went. I do find Dondi to be a bit of a snore. What happened?
It's hard to go against someone hardcore on Deal or No Deal, but I guess you could. But I highly doubt that it was what she made it out to be.
No, it wasn't super bad. I don't know. Chat's going to have to help me. I don't remember what happened.
3 weeks before this filmed. Wow. So they went back to back.
But like Dondi seems like cushy, and this was only, 10 days? Like,
yeah. Oh, Dondi was definitely cush. But yeah, he's so confident. He voted for Suri, spelled wrong. But he was like, just as a backup, since everybody else is going for Parvati, I'll just throw a Suri vote in there. And I was like, sir, there was 0 votes for Parvati. 0. By the way.
I mean, I definitely think that it was interesting that, sorry, what's our Finnish survivor's name? Okay. So the Finnish survivor, we didn't see him.
Tommy.
That sounds good. So Tommy, tell us if we're wrong here. We didn't see any confessionals really about him, like maybe contemplating if that's a good move. Like, I would think that he might want to reconsider, because it would be better for his game likely to keep a man in the game, and B, somebody from the world in the game. And so I just find it interesting that we didn't see more of like the discussions back and forth. It seems like the women kind of took the reins here, and everybody else just followed suit.
Yeah, it's, I think probably with that first vote, you're just kind of like, they're both big targets. If we get Parvati or Rob out, they seem like big threats. But maybe Rob just really rubbed everyone the wrong way, and they were more than willing to switch over. Yeah, but we didn't get enough confessionals to really see for that first episode. But let's go ahead and move on to episode 2. This is going to flip it up kind of naturally, because Australia is going to lose immunity and send the world wait, what did I say? We're going to send Australia to tribal. The world gets a break. So we're going to be even here.
I'm definitely happy about that, because, you would think that losing like a big, strong guy like Rob might hurt them, because it's very physical, Australian Survivor. If you look at it compared to US Survivor, it's very like you need to be doing your box jumps and like lifting.
Yeah.
Like you need to be really, really, really strong, I would think. And so to lose a strong guy here, like I was worried that like they just might get steamrolled, and I'm very happy that that didn't happen. That we had Tony with that, what do they call that? The thing.
I don't know what activity you're doing there. It's under
the wooden thing, and barricade, I don't know.
Yeah.
Battery ram, battery ram, battery ram.
Battery ram. I don't even remember. Was there a battery ram in
That's
this?
the battery ram where they had to like knock through all those tiles. Firstly, and that's where they first got their lead, and then after that, they had to put the battery ram in like the puzzle piece, and they kept on having to turn it.
Oh,
They
yeah,
had
had
to
the
carry-
spikes. Yeah. Why did I think he was like throwing things? I guess that was the other challenge. But yeah, we're constantly knocking tiles down.
That
I
was
forget
at
how.
the end of that one. That's how they
Yeah.
won, where he was throwing beanbags to. So firstly, they had to throw up the cubes to
Yeah.
Tommy, and he
Ugh.
placed them on the top, and then they were throwing to knock them down after, and that's where they were able to take that win.
Yes.
I loved you. Probably let me do that for longer than I
Just
needed
for fun.
to.
Just for fun. I was like, I knew it started with a B, but I couldn't get there either, to be fair. But I gotta be honest, like, so obviously Australia's going to tribal, and so we're gonna go back to their camp to start our like strategy and our talks. And I was so stressed out. The amped up level of game that Australia did immediately put me in an absolute tizzy. Like, I was like, how can anyone, like, everyone was at the top of their game.
Everyone, and I didn't even know who I wanted to go. Did you have a someone that you were hoping would go?
I mean, honestly, not, but I just felt like David and George are the obvious people that you do need to take out early. Not
Did
saying
you
I
watch
want them to
Kirby's
go.
whole season?
No, I didn't watch Kirby's season at all. So Kirby, like kind of like stealthily, quietly, like surfacing to the top. I was so impressed by.
I don't know how she does it.
Yeah.
But like, because I would just be like, let's get rid of Kirby. Like, I don't know. I feel like I would make that thought. I wouldn't be necessarily want to work with her because I do find that she's kind of sneaky and she is willing to stab you in the back or like kind of go against you. So I would be very wary of working with Kirby. But everybody else, including Sarah, seems to want to really badly.
You would think that they were all wary after that tribal because it was so clearly Kirby's thing, but in episode 3 it doesn't seem like anyone seemed to really take that seriously.
So oh my god, you haven't watched Sarah's season? You haven't watched anybody's season? Are you gonna go back and watch them? You're like, no. Why do I not hear you anymore? I don't hear you anymore. Okay, it's
Can you talk for a second?
I can hear you now, though.
Yes, but I have a technical issue I need to deal with. So talk about this Australia vote.
I don't remember it right now. I'll just talk about the episode too. Well, with the fact that like you see all these like major players trying to get each other out. And I was worried for George. Obviously, I want to see George do well. I've hung out with George. I met him. He was a lot in real life, but he did say that him and Shawnee and Liz still hang out in real life. Like they still are friends. And so the fact that Shawnee wanted to still get revenge on him, but like she held off, which is good. Are you good, Sarah?
Yeah, so she, obviously, I'm here for the revenge story, but she played it so mild. Kirby's like really kind of leading this charge to get David out. And the way that she and Sarah both were just like, it's not what we want to do, but we'll do it for Kirby was wild.
Well, and also what was wild is, so you'd think that George would want to go after David, like the big movement. He immediately was like, no, let's go for Janine. Like, I think Janine is the smarter play right now. Like, take out somebody that's working with him, that's going to be supporting him, and that will weaken Luke and David at their side. And so I thought this was a slow play, but no, they still want to go for the Golden God. I was like, I was worried for Kirby here.
I'm worried for Kirby, for sure. But I think that that's the way to go. You got to get why slow play it with Janine? Like, I don't know Janine though. I'm sure she's a great player because she's here, but she just doesn't have that high level threat like George and
I'm
David
like,
do.
Janine win or she's second?
No one won in Australia except for David, which makes
Okay, I
him
think she
the
was
biggest
second
threat.
place though, and I think I wanted her to win. Oh, she screwed something up. What did she do? She screwed something up, and then I think it was actually David's season. She came in third. Am I making this up? Hold on. David's season, or is that Sharn? Anyways, I think her season she was third, but I wanted her to do something, and then she got sniped for not doing it, and so I was happy about that, if I'm remembering correctly.
It sounds like she went out sixth, maybe.
Six? Who am I? Maybe I'm thinking Sharn. They're kind of a similar prototype.
Okay. Yeah, that was Sharn, they're saying. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, I think that David like did a pretty decent job like trying to scramble and play. Like obviously like he just never put his guard down. No one did. That's why I was like so stressed because I was like, "Oh my god, they're all playing at all these different angles." I did think because Kirby was like, I don't know how anybody played, that she doesn't realize how threatening George is because that's George's first season, right? Like you don't assume he's a threat. Like that's part of his genius, and then you always are like, we'll get him out later. And so the fact that they went for David over George, I was like, here we go again. George is gonna be here till the end because y'all think y'all can always get him out, and it's just not true.
He's like a little cockroach, what Shawnee was calling him.
I mean, it's so true though. But yeah, so we're gonna go to this tribal, and you know, unfortunately, David does know like he's in trouble.
I like his self-aware confessionals because I feel like they asked him to in the confessionals to play up their grandioseness and I'm the golden god and it's sitting on my throne and I think they got them to play it up. But there's some times when he's like, oh god, am I going out like first on this tribe? Like you can see him having to contend with the fact that like he might be going out as a golden god pretty early in the season, and it's slightly embarrassing.
I mean, it's not embarrassing. He did. I mean, it stinks though. But he did point out like, wow, Kirby, this is all you, Kirby. Look at Kirby just making this happen, which is so true.
Is the host announcement is not a spoiler anymore, correct?
Right, now that David is out.
Okay, because can we talk about that for a second?
Yes, please.
So I'm wondering, because before I was like, oh my god, does he win this season? That's why they're giving him this hosting position.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if they feel bad that he got out so early, that they are like wanting to restore his position as the god of Australian Survivor. Like, I love JLP. I don't know. Do you know any more what happened?
No. I can't believe they made this move. I mean, I get that David, he's the golden god. He's very charismatic. He should absolutely be hosting something. Like, he's great.
He did host another kind of travel show, like an Australian kind of like Amazing Race type vibe. But I don't want him to take this job away from JLP.
I'm shocked. As soon as he was out, they announced that he's the new host. And then today, he was doing BTS footage of him on the set. They're already filming the next season.
Insult to injury here. Poor JLP.
I know.
What's he doing?
Being quiet.
I wonder with all of his winnings, if he maybe like bribed or invested in the franchise.
I don't know. Somebody high up was like really loving David and thought they needed a fresh something, change.
Do you think David, like his first season, I thought he was great. The second season, I loathed him. See, Deal No Deal Island, yeah, he was okay. And this season, he was entertaining, but it was short-lived, obviously. Mm-hmm. I just don't know what he's done to warrant taking this job away from someone that I thought was doing a really good job at it.
Right. Well, I think something had to have happened for Jonathan to be sort of knocked down a notch. Like either the ratings are really low, like it's borderline not being picked up or something. Like something has to be going on there first. for them to even consider like, oh well, who else could host? And then they're like, oh, we love David. The
Do you
fandom
think
loves
maybe
David.
an American one, and they're like, "There's no way an American can win this show,"
Oh my
and
God,
so they're
that'd
like,
be
"It's
horrible.
GLP's fault. Let's bring in the Golden God to change this."
Like, let me be clear. Obviously, I'm rooting for Americans, but an Aussie should win. Like, I am not here to be like America should win this show. Like, an
Maybe
Aussie should
that's what
win.
happened, and they're just like, mm.
Well, that's not Jonathan's fault.
I don't think none of this is really Jonathan's fault.
Oh, yeah, I'll be interested to see this next season with David as host and like how the fandom reacts, you know? It'll be really, really interesting, I guess. Oh, is this the time I'm supposed to be patriotic? I mean, it's hard to
So you're
dethrone
saying that you're
Australia on
rooting
their
against
own
Marie.
show.
That's what you're saying, huh?
No, I am rooting for Parvati and Suri to come in second and third place. And then an Aussie to win. I don't know. I like a lot of people in this cast, so I'm rooting
I'll
for a
take
lot
a
of people.
Shawnee win and Parvati and Suri second and third.
I would love
That'd
a
be a
Shawnee
great
win.
final three.
Right? How fun would that be? I mean, if we can just get Parvati to work with Shawnee, that'd be great.
Hopefully they'll get to merge together.
Yeah, I hope so. All right, episode 3. So we have a chest at the world camp that they got from that first challenge, but they don't have the key, right? So episode 3, we are on the search for the key. And we've heard Tony sort of alluding to like, are the girls teaming up? Like, I know we have an American thing where they're saving each other, but like, is it girls first, then American? It does seem like this key search does prove to us that it is ladies first.
His spidey senses are accurate.
Yeah.
You're not wanting to give him any information or any power. They do not want Tony to get that key at all.
No. This was so funny when Parvati finds the key. Did you think she had already seen it?
What? No. She was staring at her right in the face, and she wasn't seeing it at all. And then, I think it was actually honest blindness to the keys there.
Yeah, I think it was too. I thought she saw it. And so I thought, wow, she's acting so cool, right? Like, she's like, I saw it, but there's people around. So I'm like, and then she was like, oh my God, it's right there.
Oh, you mean like, okay, like the progression of it.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, yes, I agree with you, that I think that she saw it and that she was trying, but then no. And then now I realize that she didn't actually see it in advance.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
I could not have been more stressed for this entire situation. They run back trying to open it, but Tony's walking up, and now they can't lock it back. The lock is literally dangling open, and she's just so sitting
obvious.
on it.
She's like
It seemed so obvious, right?
So obvious, and like, Suri's just like, yeah.
I thought, oh, Tony's never getting up now, right? Like, he's like, something's off, right? He's suspicious. I was like, he's never leaving camp. And the fact that he like
on the chest.
Yeah. The fact that he got up and was like, I'll go follow them, or I'll go look over there or something. I was like, oh, he was willing to leave.
It was at the time when they got Sarah to go and get him to go with her to the well.
Oh yeah,
water bottles. Yeah.
Or Lisa. Lisa's like, I'm gonna go.
I see Sarah. I meant Lisa.
Yeah. Lisa's gonna go help him get water, and this is when we get that hilarious. Can she like, keep him occupied? Meanwhile, he's like falling into the well, and she's like helping him get the ladle.
I'm like, oh my God, that's an amazing like decoy.
This is
the ladle wanted them to open that case, and so the ladle is like topples into the water, right? So he has to go fetch it.
Oh my gosh. I was like, this is an amazing edit because I am so stressed, but this is like hilarious. Lisa and Tony at the well. But they eventually, so first they just lock it, and then they eventually are able to go back and unlock it and see that it is just a clue. It is just a clue that there is an idol at the podium.
Fun. I guess they got the idea from when Adam tried to
season.
rip off the fleur de lis at the podium, and it was nothing.
Was that Winners at War? What was that?
Winners at War, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, they definitely got it from that. But this is going to be hilarious to see how they end up getting that idol.
Well, it's kind of like if you're the one whose name is on the chopping block and you know about it, you just go up and get it, right? Like,
sure.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, if you're one of those women and you're about to be voted out, then yeah, just go walk up there and get it. But if you want to be, chill about it, there's no chill way to get it.
There's no chill way to get it. Well, maybe if there's like a chit chat scramble.
Yeah, right. A live tribal.
Or if you fake having another idol and go up to the podium and be like, actually, Jonathan, I want to use this one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But that'll be using it, not being stealth and getting it.
If it was more like if it was everyone against Tony or everyone against Tommy or everyone against somebody and that person goes up to vote, you could then go get it, right? But it sounds like it's the girls versus two guys. So one person voting, one person still sitting there. That's not going to work.
Maybe they can't get it until they're gone.
Meanwhile, while we're pretending like we're still looking for the key, Cass is actually going to find a real idol.
Like, so easier to find that idol than it was to find that key.
Yeah,
like,
right?
It was not hard at all. She's just like, oh, here it is. Oh, real idol.
Yeah.
Right.
She was like, oh my God, is this an
I'm not
idol?
telling anybody about it. And I love hearing her say, like, oh, like on my season, like I was, this way, but like this way, I'm not telling anybody.
Yes.
Cutthroat. I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah, I really started to like her this episode. I obviously don't know her previous season, but it sounds like she learned a couple things and she's going to keep that a secret. So I'm very excited for her to have that idol and nobody know about it.
The key is nobody know about it.
Yeah. So US is going to win immunity, sending Australia back to tribal.
Could you tell whose arm lost it for them? Because they didn't even really talk about it, but it was somebody on the right side, I believe, in the order.
It was Sarah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was Sarah. I didn't write it down, but I'm pretty sure Sarah was like starting to like zone out and she just went to like readjust. And it just kind of dropped a little bit. But this was an intense challenge. I mean, like almost 2 hours was it that they were holding them up?
Yeah, we've seen this challenge on Australian Survivor before.
Yeah.
Like in this exact one. But Parvati's was different. The one that she stayed up for 6 hours for, that was a bit different. It was solos, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't done this one in a US version, but I've definitely seen it on the Australian version. It's tough. The exciting thing is like you fall, like Suri like accidentally, just like went one hand. She's out, so you're still in it, but you just have more weight. And like obviously you see like Tony and Tommy like trying to
redistribute the weight,
share that, yeah, but it's really, really hard. And like Lisa was struggling and Parvati was really trying to help her out, but also Parvati was just like, you got this, Lisa, you're so strong, look at you. Which is helpful. That's
definitely
helpful.
Cheerleading. Definitely. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'd be at the stage where I'd be like, shut the fuck up, I need to concentrate, or if that would be encouraging to me. I'm not sure, because like that type of burn makes you say crazy things, I think. And I feel like I might have a potty mouth if like I'm like in that kind of pain.
Yeah, especially if George is like, what are you doing? I'd be like, George, zip it. But I have to say, if Parvati was like, girl, you're so strong, I'd be like, tell me more, Parv.
Whisper sweet nothings into my ear, Parvati.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you. How strong am I? Thank you so much. Oh my God. All right. So yeah, unfortunately, Aussie, this was a tough fight, but Aussies are going to lose it here and have to go back to tribal, which is going to put them in the minority if they were to go to merge pretty quickly here, because they're all like, are we going to merge tomorrow? It's so fast. Are we going to merge tomorrow? They have no idea.
Are they? Do we know when they merge? Are they merge at 2 more?
The preview for the next episode did not show a merge. So I'm not sure. But yeah. It
I
could
feel
be
like by the end of next week, there'll be a merge.
I would imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. Because, yeah, there's only 3 weeks. Of course.
But George is going to George. He only lasted one tribal being chill. And
That was chill?
Yeah, right. Barely. But I was like, George, come on. Why already?
He can't help himself.
He can't. He just can't. And this
in real life, he's like on 100 all the time. Like he's like, he was intense. So I can imagine him on the island, like playing this game. He'd be intense. I don't know if I actually would be able to play with him. I just have to let him do his thing and not really care.
Yeah, Shawnee actually does do a really good job with him. Like she knows how to be chill and not
laugh at the great things.
Yeah, laugh along. Like I think that's what you have to do is act like he's not bothering you, because I think he does thrive if he sees that you are like upset with him or not sure what he's saying. Like he's like, yeah, I'm gonna poke the bear.
Is this episode when he was like, Janine's getting juice, and he just thought that was hilarious?
It was hilarious. I didn't know she owned a juice store, so
like,
I didn't get it.
Like a Jamba Juice, basically, in Australia.
I eventually got that. I was like, why is that funny? Janine got juice. But like, first off, my question was, George, why are you splitting up the minority? Like, that's not even threatening. I'm not sure why that was his thing. Did you think that was a good plan?
Well, I think he was scared to go after Luke, so I think he's just like trying to weaken Luke as much as possible. I don't think that he does work better with women, so I don't think that he was planning on going after Shawnee in this case, for sure. Kirby, I think he's a little bit intimidated by Kirby as well. Not intimidated, but you know what I mean. Doesn't want to really go for that yet. Yeah. And then Sarah, I don't think he has like a relationship with, but I don't think he wanted to mess anything about that, because I don't think he knew he wouldn't have the numbers. So I think he was just kind of doing some low hanging fruit with people that, he could get the numbers to vote out.
Yeah. He just comes in real strong. Like he just dictated the vote. And not only did he try to dictate, the way he handled Luke and Janine was such a choice.
I mean, yeah, he could be a little bit more humble here. Just wants them groveling and eating out of the palm of his hand. It's like, well, they might placate you here, but I don't think that they're going to just, here's my game, George, easily. Here, you can have it. I'll go home and I'll vote for him because you told me to, and I'll vote for her because you told me to, George. Yeah, he didn't realize that he was playing with people that have played before.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like we said earlier, like these people, like even Janine, sorry, I don't know their last names, but she was like, you're telling Janine blah, 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 and Luke blah, 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 what to do. Like when you say it like that, it's like, I am somebody. Did you see I played before? I am somebody. So those people don't just listen to you and like roll over and die. So yeah, this is a tough spot for George. And obviously Shawnee is like, by the by, I'd love to get George out. And Luke's like, yeah, me too, basically. And then Janine's like, yeah, I'm not loving this. And honestly, Sarah is the only one who's like,
how about Shawnee?
Wait, how about Shawnee? And I was like, ooh.
I was worried that Shawnee might have ended up getting snipped here, because I found it interesting, I guess because George has been saying that he is working with Shawnee and that they're so tight, that Sarah didn't go to George and was like, hey, like, let's try to make this work. Because if Sarah had talked to Luke and Janine and George and herself and voted out Shawnee, they would have probably made that happen. Or George might have told Shawnee and then Shawnee would flip it on to Sarah or something. I don't know. But I do think that if she wanted Shawnee gone, she could have made it happen. Going to Kirby and getting Kirby's like approval, it's just kind of like,
yeah, this is such weird gameplay. Now, okay, I want to root for someone named Sarah. I do. So I was on board. But whatever she did her season 1, that she's like, I don't want to do that again. I want to be loyal. But like, this is weird gameplay.
It's not good.
It doesn't make sense. The first vote, you're just like, whatever you want, I'm showing you my loyalty. Even though I didn't want to vote him off, I'm showing you my loyalty. And then the second vote, she's like, I can't do anything against Kirby, so I have to get Kirby to change her vote. Like, that was the only gameplay Sarah was willing to do.
Yeah, I can't remember because that was season 2. It was like a decade ago. I don't remember what she did specifically. I remember I liked her, and then maybe I didn't like her, so it was probably for whatever she's like beating herself up about. But she's correcting. You know, like, you're allowed to be deceitful. You're allowed to, like, especially in a short game, you're allowed to bounce checks in the Survivor Australia, okay?
Please, bounce them.
If she's out, she doesn't care. Like, if you get to the end and win, however path you get there, like, it's fine. So, yeah, her gameplay is just like, I don't, like, care for it. She can go. Like,
yeah, unfortunately, like, I just don't think it's gonna work. I think she will go. Like, I just don't think it's gonna be messy. She's already mad about it. Like, she's not enjoying playing this way. It doesn't seem to be working for her. So, like, go back to whatever you did.
David, who, like,
was apparently her friend.
Her friend. They modeled together, I believe, and then did they play together? I can't remember, but like, they definitely knew each other from before either of them played Survivor. So work with him then. Instead of, I don't understand why she needed to work with Kirby.
Yeah. She never had a number 1, and so now she thinks she needs a number 1. And it's like, okay, but to your detriment? Like, I think we flocked too far to the other side. Like, get somewhere in the middle.
Have a number 1. And if they don't do what you want, then they're not your number 1, right? Like, if you guys can't come to an agreement on something that you both want, then you might have to find somebody else to work with.
Or just be like, Kirby, I really think that, you know, Shawnee needs to go for my game, which I'm like, I don't know if that's true, but if you think that Shawnee's against you, I get it.
I think so. Shawnee's very social, very likable. People want her to go far. She's always making very close connections. And I think Sarah is threatened by that. And so going into a merge, if she's not number 1 with Shawnee, then like she's going to be able to link up with somebody on the US, the World Tribe, and then she's going to have more power. So I think she's just threatened by Shawnee's charm.
Yeah. So go to Luke, go to Janine, go to other people and be like, what do you guys think about voting out Shawnee? And then you can at least come back to Kirby and be like, I think we've got the numbers. Yeah. And whether Kirby goes with you or not, like, figure that out later. But, like, just play the game and go. But I got to be honest with you. I thought edit-wise, they were leading me to a Shawnee vote out. And so I was like, what are these people doing?
I thought I thought it was leading you that way, yes. But when we saw Kirby vote and they didn't show who she was voting, and she said, this is for me to solidify what like we've been working towards. I know that they were misleading that to be like going with Sarah's vote, but I'm like, no, I feel like she wants to solidify something with Shawnee here. And so like however she said that, I was like, no, Shawnee's in, no, George is out. For whatever reason, I was tipped off from that.
And I had thought from episode 1 that Kirby wanted to work with Shawnee. I thought that they had a connection. It wasn't just Kirby and Sarah. So I was not sure that Kirby wanted to vote out Shawnee. But then we see Janine say to Luke, like, I'm worried. So I think we need an extra vote on Shawnee to save me from an idol play. And he's like, done, got it. I was like, oh my God, they're going to accidentally vote out Shawnee, which would be so classic George to escape, you know, and not even realize he escaped, you know, a vote out. And so I just was like, oh, of course that's going to happen. So I literally was on the edge of my seat for this vote.
Until Kirby went up, yeah. I was thinking it could be Shawnee, but when she said that, I was like, that's a full-on misdirect here.
Yeah.
They were too heavy-handed with this misdirect.
And
if
it
they
turns
didn't have
out
her say that, I would probably have thought Shawnee was going to be going.
it turns out that they both changed their vote. So they are still aligned. Kirby and Sarah voted out George. The two Shawnee votes were Janine and Luke. Which Janine's going to be like, whoops, my bad. I'll tell you about that later.
Well, and Sarah must feel like a ding dong because like she could have gotten her target out if she just like voted out Shawnee.
100%. Like, we didn't see what those final conversations were, but I imagine we're going to see a replay of Sarah being mad the next day that once again she didn't get her target out.
See,
and she still has to play with Shawnee.
Not a good player. That's just the problem. Like, and I think the fact that Shawnee is probably going to become better allies to Kirby, and I don't think that Sarah likes that either.
I could not believe Shawnee was like, "This is my 50th tribal."
50 is a lot.
Oh my god, that sounds like a lot. Like, I'm sure Parvati and Suri have more, but like that's a lot.
Not necessarily, because
maybe not.
Australia has more days, and one time, one season, Shawnee went to was it Vilhers versus Villains? Like, they went to a lot of tribals that season.
Right. Yeah, maybe Parvati or Suri, like, you don't always go to tribal. So, oh my gosh. I was like, 50th tribal? Yes, get George out. Go for it. So I'm happy that it worked for her. I'm happy that they got George out because he's so good.
Yeah.
He's so good.
He's really good. But what's interesting though, now there's only Luke, like there's a sole male on the Australian side, and then just only Tony and Tommy on. So there's 3 men left in the whole season. So looks like a woman likely is going to win this show.
Watch a man wins, but I mean,
if a man wins, that's nuts.
There's so many women. That's so wild. We never see it like this.
I mean, it was unbalanced from the beginning by 2.
Yeah.
So
which I don't hate. It doesn't have to be balanced, guys.
I don't hate, but like they could have made it even. Like, have 8, right?
Why not?
Have 11 episodes, right? Like,
but why?
Anyways.
Why keep it? Why just do it unbalanced? Why not?
Fine, do it unbalanced. Fine.
Yeah, it's wild that there are like 3 men left. That is crazy. But one of them could win. I wouldn't put it past them. They're pretty good at this game. Yeah, I'm impressed that they got George out. I mean, he was causing chaos, classic in the tribal, and I just thought like, this is what he does, Kirby, because I'm like, Kirby doesn't know him. I'm like, this is what he does. So if you're willing to play with this, and 100% when they hit merge, he is going over to World and he is going to make his little moves over there. Like, the man can stir the pots like no one.
He can.
Really, yeah.
He's good. He's good. Yeah. And I do love, though, when he asked Shawnee, he's like, was it you? And he felt like he was actually happy that it was her that got him out. She's like, okay, yeah, you know, you're my friend. I deserve this. Like, okay.
Right, now, exactly. Right? And she does take credit, but then she's like, it was a group.
It was all of us. Sasha, no, 2 of them voted for her, so it wasn't.
Yeah. Shawnee just had a baby, though, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I do think she's, like, probably just not physically what she used to be, right? She's tired.
I mean, yeah, she's definitely tired. She said that she came out of maternity leave to come on to play Australia versus the World. She also doesn't have, like, her girly friends with her so far this season. Like, for, like, hit the ground running right at the beginning, it's not necessarily the same vibe as that she's had in her other previous seasons where, like, they're doing the whole get-to-know you stuff and, like, trading stories. There's none of that. It's, like, right to gameplay and tribal. Like, I feel like they probably have the reward and immunity same day, next day tribal, I guess, or even tribal the same day. Like, I don't know. It could be a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and the next up clip, he said individual immunity because everybody's going to tribal. So I couldn't tell if it was like 2 separate tribals or if they're gonna...
and then after they're gonna do a merge. That's what they're gonna do, right? Because then they'll be at 11. I didn't really do any math right there. But
I didn't do any math.
I think they'll be at 11. If they're not, they're at 13, whatever. And so if they're removing 2,
it started with 14.
Start with
Didn't
14, and so what? 3 have gone, so it's 11.
Yeah.
So it'll be down to 9.
You're
So
right.
okay, yeah, they're probably going to merge after this
then that.
double. So I think both tribes are going to be going to, like, there's going to be individual immunities. I think it's going to be two tribes separately, and 2 tribes tribal council.
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
what I think.
That's what it.
I don't think it's merged to immunities. I don't think it's that. I think it's 2 separate and 2 individual winners.
So yeah, that's speeding it up even more. That 2 people are going to go out on Sunday night's episode. But I'm excited. I'm here for this. Chantele and I are going to continue to work on our schedules. And so please, stay subscribed, get your notifications, because we will try to go live more than once a week when we can and recap some of these episode by episode. But again, easy to watch. Just search the videos. You can watch it. Yeah. Right? We're excited, Chantele, yeah?
I am excited. I am. I was really sad after watching episode 3. I'm like, oh, I had to wait till Sunday? I was like, because I had watched a few back to back.
Yeah.
And I was getting into the vibe of it. And I'm like, oh, now they're making me hold out until Sunday.
I know, right? Now we got to wait a few days. It's so much television. It's so much game. But yay. Also, I want to say Survivor 49 cast was released today. We had the Amazing Race cast released like a week or so ago, even though we all knew who it was, the Big Brother players. So Chantele is going to be joining me for astrology, for Survivor casts. We've got other things to talk about as we get into the fall. What else? You're recapping other stuff as well, Chantele.
So I'll be going live tonight after the challenge. So Wednesday night, sorry guys, I do not watch Big Brother video episode. I watch the challenge and I go live right after to recap it. So join us over there to talk about episode 4 of the challenge season 41.
Is that your channel?
On my channel.
Realness? Mm-hmm.
Reality Realness, 3 S's. I think that's all that I'm really recapping right now. But I definitely think I'm going to recap Amazing Race Big Brother edition. I'll probably be doing that with Jonathan. So that's kind of a fun vibe. I'm excited to pop on yours to do some astrology and tarot. I saw Kendra just posted that they put all the astrology signs with their contestants. So I'm like, okay, so people don't think that we're that crazy, huh?
Right. When I saw that first thing this morning, I saw the Survivor post with the signs, and I was like, are you kidding me? I was so excited. I was over the moon. I'm flipping through, and I was like, wait a minute. They put Aquarius
water sign
with the water signs. I fell over. I was so dead. They took the post down and fixed it.
Okay, good. Okay, good. So they probably were just like inundated with people being like,
yes.
Aquarius is an air sign.
Yeah.
Aquarius is an air sign.
I was like, Stephanie, Justin's running the social media account. He thinks Aquarius is a water sign. And then they were like, whoops, it has come to our attention. Aquarius is an air sign. I was like, this is so
how do you
basic.
make that mistake, though? That's like a very basic. I mean, a lot of people make that mistake.
A lot of people make it.
It says aqua. Oh, it's in the name.
It's in the name.
And I get it, but we're the water bearers. We give the water to Pisces, okay? We bring it over to the Pisceans.
I was just like, this poor, 20-something-year-old social media intern, did a quick Google or something?
Yeah, what?
How'd you miss that? Google.
Wouldn't they be looking up the birth dates and be like, okay, so that's this sign and then that's a water.
I bet they didn't even look up the birth dates. I bet they were just guessing. I bet there's some that are wrong. We will investigate.
Unless, okay, I'll give them one out here. What if the Aquarius is born February 18th and it's one of those years where February 18th is a Pisces?
Yes, it happens. And it happens like that with every sign where it's the 21st, the 22nd. Some people think that if it's by the date, they are a certain sign, and that is completely incorrect. So I do not trust whatever the social media posted. But also I was like, you don't have to put elements. The fact that they tried to do fire, earth, just put the sign up. It's fine.
Well, I hopefully it's a nice cross section.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe if they're trying to make it balance elementally, that's kind of interesting to me.
Well, guess what?
And if
There's
they're using this, is more air signs?
Yes, of course.
I mean, air signs, they're fun.
Got a couple Aquarius for you this year.
Final effingly, because the last one I had was Justin.
to be TBD. We'll find out if they're actually Aquarius, but yes. There's actually 2 Sagittariuses too, if it's correct.
Oh my God, we're gonna be besties. Let's get our Sag Aqua bestie combo.
Yeah, so look at us. We love talking about astrology. We go off on rants all the time. So we will do all of that coming up. So please stay with us. And again, we will be back for Australia versus the world at some point. We'll let you know. All right.
Next week.
All right. Thank you, everyone who joined us in the chat. Thank you. If you're joining us later, let us know your thoughts as well. Leave us a comment. And we will see you guys next time, okay?